which means that I've lost £56 since April and then £62 since January, so since the start of this year.
Some call them a miracle, others call them misery in a syringe. For many, it's not just about losing weight, it's about what happens after. GLP-1 medications like 𝗪𝗛𝗪, 𝗪𝗡, or Wegovy have moved from hospital shelves to household conversations. In every corner of the internet, people are sharing raw, unfiltered stories. Their voices sound excited, cautious, and sometimes even broken. The truth about GLP-1 isn't one story. It's 1,000 small ones, told through people's lives, one shot at a time.
If you look at that, so that was me before in that outfit, and that was me today trying on that outfit.
So let's provide an honest view of what you might expect from these meds, exploring users' stories about their weight loss results. Dr. Fatima's insights. Dr. 𝗪𝗙𝗪𝗏𝗍𝗍 from Stanford has seen it up close. She explained what happens when people stop taking GLP-1 medications. When the medication ends, a large percentage of people regain the weight. Not everyone, but many. The tricky part is, doctors don't yet know who will and who won't. It's not just about the weight either.
A large percentage of them will regain weight. I didn't say 100%. A large percentage will. The question is, who is who? We don't know the answer to that question. But the fact that a large percentage will, and it's not just the weight regain, it's what will happen to those cardiometabolic benefits that you gleaned from these medications.
The real loss happens inside the body. The cholesterol levels that improved, the blood sugar that normalized, the liver that healed, all those wins start to slip away. As the pounds return, the old problems come back too. Dr. Fatima described what happens when patients have to stop because insurance like Medicare no longer covers the cost. The progress they had made, better blood work, better energy, better health, fades. Within months, their weight creeps up and their cardiometabolic problems reappear. The pattern is clear. Without the medication, the body tries to return to where it started. Teresa's transformation and what came after. Then there's Teresa, who stayed on her GLP-1 treatment for 7 to 8 months. The weight dropped fast, 90 pounds gone. Her decision to stop came after she reached her goal.
I was on it about 7 to 8 months and I lost 90 pounds.
But the science had already predicted what would happen next. Studies have found that when patients stop taking GLP-1 medications, they often regain about 2/3 of what they lost. The reason? Once the med is gone, appetite returns and metabolism slows down. Experts like Dr. Lewis Aron of Weill Cornell say it's not a mystery, it's how most medications work. If someone stops taking blood pressure medicine, their pressure rises again. The same logic applies here. Once the GLP-1 is gone, the weight tends to return.
Trying to stop a medicine like this can result in weight regain and an increase in appetite.
Another concern is muscle loss. When people lose weight fast, their muscle mass can shrink along with the fat. While it's not unique to GLP-1 medications, the speed of weight loss here makes it more noticeable. Doctors often warn against losing weight too quickly because muscle is what keeps metabolism strong. But Teresa's story didn't end with the medication. She built new habits. She started working out 5 days a week. She stayed mindful, watching her diet and routine closely. Her weight now fluctuates only a few pounds. She says she hasn't regained what she lost. For her, the lesson was simple. Staying off the medication meant staying on her new habits. Denise's journey. Then there's Denise, a vlogger known for sharing her real-life struggles. Her story dives deep into the human side of GLP-1. She was on Ozempic for 1 year. During that time, she was already living with metastatic breast cancer and multiple sclerosis. Her doctor prescribed the medication because her blood sugar and A1C levels were rising. At first, she thought the medication would help her manage both diabetes and weight, but soon, things changed. Eating became impossible. She lost all desire for food. Her meals turned into teaspoons, a bit of wild rice, a mouthful of salmon, a few leaves of salad. That was it. The weight dropped, but her body weakened. She couldn't tell whether it was a cancer medication or the Ozempic causing the problem until her doctor realized the GLP-1 was to blame.
I wasn't eating, I was getting weaker, and there's side effects to Ozempic. When we finally realized that the problems I was having that went on for a full year was the Ozempic and not the palbociclib.
The side effects lasted all year. She grew fragile. Food made her nauseous. Even the smell of cooked meat, coffee, or oatmeal turned her stomach. By the time she stopped the medication, she had lost 20 pounds, but she described it as losing it the hard way. After quitting Ozempic, she waited for her appetite to come roaring back. It didn't. Instead, it crept in slowly. She could eat a little more, but not much. Interestingly, her cravings for sugar never returned. Wine and desserts made her feel dizzy and unwell. Her brain had reset its taste for sweetness, and she didn't miss it. For Denise, the weight didn't rush back. Months after stopping, she said her appetite was still small and she hadn't regained much. She said people often think they'd do anything to lose weight until they realize what that really feels like. Her year on the medication was full of tears at the dinner table, feeling helpless as food turned from comfort into disgust. She wasn't vomiting or fainting, but she was empty, emotionally and physically. When she finally quit, she could see both sides. The medication helped control her diabetes and stopped her sugar cravings, but it also made her too weak to fight her cancer.
I understand that if you are morbidly obese, you're going to get any opportunity that you can use to help you lose weight. And I get it. It is so easy to put weight on, and it's so difficult to take weight off.
She raised a tough question. If you lose the weight but suffer the whole way through, was it worth it? For people with type 2 diabetes, the answer might still be yes. For those using it only for cosmetic weight loss, she wasn't so sure. Gerald's story. A 73-year-old man named Gerald shared his journey online on our Zepbound real-life user reviews video, which you can find in the description below. He weighed 228 pounds when he began. Joint pain and stiffness made every step a struggle. Getting up from a chair, walking upstairs, and even getting out of the car had turned into small battles. Then came his 10-week run with compounded tirzepatide, a GLP-1 medication. His transformation started fast. In just 24 to 48 hours, he noticed something strange. The pain was easing. The swelling, the stiffness, and the heaviness, it all began to fade. Within days, half of the inflammation was gone. 10 weeks later, his scale told a different story. He was down 35 pounds, standing at 193 pounds. The pain relief wasn't just physical, it felt like his body had finally stopped fighting itself. He said about 80% of his stiffness and pain was gone, but Gerald didn't call it magic. He called it a tool. The medication didn't erase effort, it made effort possible. It stopped the constant food cravings and gave him space to breathe, to think, to eat better. He switched to a high-protein, low-carb, no-sugar diet and started resistance training. His story became one of control, not surrender. A message that GLP-1 works best not as a miracle, but as a partner to discipline. Deb's story. For every story of success, there's one filled with struggle. Deb shared hers on our channel. She lost 40 pounds in just 3 months. The results looked amazing until her body started fighting back. Out of nowhere came severe nausea, vomiting, and explosive diarrhea. It hit her hard. She thought it was food poisoning. Then it came again and again. The sickness became a cycle. 1 week of relief followed by another week of misery. She couldn't live her normal life anymore. Everything revolved around the sickness. In the end, she had no choice but to stop Zepbound. The disappointment cut deep. Losing weight meant nothing when every day felt like survival. Her experience reminded others that while the results could be dramatic, the side effects could be just as extreme. For Deb, the message was clear. If a medication makes life unlivable, the weight loss isn't worth it. Lessons from the stories. Each story, Gerald's, Deb's, Teresa's, Denise's, shows a different side of the same picture. For some, GLP-1 unlocked freedom from pain, hunger, and chronic inflammation. For others, it brought exhaustion, nausea, and disappointment. For doctors, it's a powerful tool that demands careful, long-term management. The one thing they all agree on, it's not a magic shot. Weight loss on GLP-1 isn't just about the needle, it's about what happens after. The medication can silence cravings and balance blood sugar, but when it stops, the body remembers. The hunger creeps back, the weight can return. That's why experts urge people to combine it with diet, strength training, and consistent follow-up care. Without that, even the best results can fade fast. What happens next? For now, GLP-1 medications remain a powerful but unpredictable force. They can change lives or complicate them depending on how you use them. Gerald still walks easier, Deb struggled to achieve her final goal and quit mid-journey, Teresa trains harder to hold her ground, Denise continues her recovery, thankful for what she learned. Their experiences echo one truth. GLP-1 isn't a shortcut, it's a start. It opens the door, but what happens next depends on what people do once they walk through it. That's the wrap. Real wins, real setbacks, real talk. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment with your story. GLP-1 win, side effect, pause or plan. One line or a full journey. It helps someone else today. Thank you for joining us today. If you made it until the end of this video, please like, share and subscribe to get notified for every future piece of content we upload. Lastly, GLP-1 meds are temperature sensitive, so don't forget to check our medical grade coolers at forallfamily.com to keep your injections safe and cold while traveling. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay cool and limitless.